I'm sure you can relate to this quote by Oprah Winfrey that says, "A mentor is somebody that helps you discover the greatness on the inside of you." Hi, my name is Mackenzie. Welcome to I Can Session with Mackenzie. Today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people are actually shy to admit that they need, and that is mentorship. I want to talk to you about the importance of having a mentor and what it has done for me. I want to share a personal story with you of how having a mentor changed my life altogether. You see, when I was in primary school, roundabout when I was doing about grade 3, I was a good performing student. At some point, I got position 1. But as the years went by in my primary life as a primary school student, my performance actually started dropping. And I was okay with that. I settled for a mediocre life. You see, I was coming from a family that didn't really focus much on how you are performing, throughout the year. As long as you passed, my parents made sure that they pay for my school fees, pay for my uniform, and all that mattered was that I just passed. And that continued until I was 16 years old. And my biology teacher called me one day and sat me down. We actually went outside and he said to me, "Kensani, I'm not happy with your performance. There is so much more in you than how you're actually performing. When I look at you, I see a good student that can produce more marks. I know you can do better. There's something special about you, and I know you are smart. You're just not giving more effort to your studies, and I want you to pull up your socks. I want you to pay more attention to what we're teaching you in class." And that day I went home and I thought about the conversation that I had with my teacher, that this guy believes in me. And it's not that I'm actually not smart. I had just settled in for a mediocre life as a student. And I can tell you from that time going forward, my marks started improving. I was now part of the top 15 performing student, top 10 performing student. What actually happened? What changed? Somebody took notice of the potential that I carried as a student. Somebody took notice of that there is intelligence in this girl. It's just that she's settled for less. She's okay with just moving from one grade to another. And I want to tell you the impact of that conversation. From that time going forward, my perspective on life changed. I started to believe more in myself. I started to dream more. I started to believe, more things can actually happen for me. Before that conversation with my teacher, I was okay. If you came to me and said, "What do you actually want to do?" After matric, at that time I was in grade 11, I was okay with anything, with the flow, whatever could happen, I was fine. But that conversation sparked something in me to say, "Girl, you are smart." And when I went home, I actually thought I used to do well in school. What happened to me? I started to pay attention. I changed friends. I started to dream better. And from that time forward, I started to dream bigger. I started telling myself, I'm either going in the engineering sector or in the health science sector. And at that time, my marks were not matching where I was going. But the impact of the conversation that I had with my teacher changed my life. And because my marks were not okay, I started to make plans to see how can I work on my marks as a maths and science student. And believe me, after completing my matric, I was able to get good grades and I went and studied something in the engineering field. So that's just the impact of what mentorship does for anyone. On the other side of the coin, I'm thinking, what could have happened to me if I never had that conversation with my teacher? What could have happened to me? Where would I be today? And that's the story of many people today. We are walking around living a mediocre life simply because we have not paid attention to the importance of having a mentor. Because you see, you could be a great person with potential greatness on the inside of you that is still there, lying dormant, unlocked, still living there, and you're still living below the level of your potential. And that's what I want to talk about today, that it is important for you, as a woman, as a student, even as an engineer, even as a person in your career, to get that mentor. Because why should you get a mentor? A mentor helps you identify your potential. A mentor helps you identify greatness on the inside of you. You see, for some of us, we actually know that we are great. We actually know that we are meant to do well in life, but we need someone to help us unlock it. And that's another role of a mentor. When you know that you are great, sometimes you're not sure if you're great, a mentor will help you discover that. But they don't only help you discover it, they help you to unlock it. They help you to unpack it. A mentor also help you to maximize or reach the full potential. They help you become great. They help you, to guide you. There's somebody that's there to guide you, to hold your hand, to say, hey, as an accountant, this is how you start. This is how you build your brand. This is how you present yourself to your customers. This is how you build, clientele. This is how you increase profits. This is how you build presence, in the digital sector. This is how you build presence in the social media. So that's what a mentor is there to help you to do. I also want to talk about, I've already explained what it did for me, but for somebody that's actually watching my channel today and you're like, I'm already doing well, I'm not sure if I should maybe consider having a mentor, I want to share with you about 2 or 3 things why you should get a mentor. Number 1, having a mentor helps to accelerate your development. Think of it this way. If I am starting a business, if both of us, you and I, start a business, and I am starting a business with somebody that's already experienced, maybe in the engineering consulting, and you are studying it on the other side with no mentor, myself, because I have a mentor, having a mentor will help me to get to, the point that I want to get to faster. It helps you accelerate your growth, in a pace where maybe it was supposed to take me 3 years to grow my clientele, take me 3 years to start making this much profit in my consulting business. Because I have a mentor that has done it for a long time, I get to reach there faster. So it accelerates your growth or your personal development. It accelerates the development of your skill, because there's somebody that's already there holding your hand, pushing you up much faster. I already alluded to this earlier, that a mentor helps you unlock your potential. And how do they do that? That's when they show you the how to do part, to say, hey, when you go to a meeting, hey, when you go to a presentation, hey, when you are applying for funding, this is how I did it. This is how I advise that you do it. So they help you to unlock it, and you get to become greater. You get to have more influence, more impact faster than somebody who doesn't have a mentor. This is a huge one for me. A third reason is that having a mentor helps you, it enhances self-confidence. There's a difference between somebody that has a mentor and somebody who doesn't. Like I said earlier, some of us, that you're great, but when you have somebody that says, you are great, you are meant to do great things, you are talented, you are gifted, the level of confidence that I carry when I go and present that presentation for funding, is different. The level that I carry myself, my level of confidence is on another level. And this is what self-confidence does. When you are confident in who you are, confident in your talents, confident in your grace, in the gifts that God has given you, you are able to take, more mountains. You are able to present some presentations that a normal person wouldn't do it, because somebody believes in you. Even when you come across disappointments and failures, you get up from the ground faster, because you know that somebody believes in you, somebody has seen greatness, somebody has seen potential in you, unlike somebody who doesn't have anyone, encouraging them, building that confidence. Somebody that is there to encourage them, they easily easily give up. Whereas for you that has a mentor, it's time you're feeling like, I was so sure I'm going to get this project. I was so sure I'm going to win this audition. And for some reason, do not win it. There's always a voice of encouragement over you. There's always somebody that reminds you that, hey, it's just a matter of time. You're great. You're talented. So that's what my teacher did for me. Like I said, after the conversation that I had with him about my academic performance, confidence, the level of my self-confidence just went so high. And because of that, I was confident in myself to say, I can actually become something in the engineering sector. And I owe my success today to that teacher that sparked something in me, and my level of confidence, in myself, in my gifts and my talent has never ever been the same since that day. I want to leave you with a question before I close the session. Imagine what your career would be like if you had a mentor. Imagine what your marriage would be like if you had a marriage mentor. Imagine how your business would be. Imagine what growth, you could get if you had a mentor. Imagine how parenting would be like for you if you had a mentor. This is what I'm driving today, that there is more to you than where you are now. There is more to your business than where your business is right now. If you don't have a mentor, I'm challenging you to say, consider getting one. In our next session, we're going to talk about principles of mentorship. How do you go about it, the do's and don'ts. But for today, I just want to close it here to say, you need a mentor. You need someone to help you unlock the greatness, the potential that you have on the inside of you, because there is more to you than where you are right now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed the session. You were challenged to consider finding yourself a good mentor to help you unlock your potential, your greatness, your talents, and your gifts. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so that you can be notified when we upload our next video on mentorship.